Today's project on the Z4 is to rejuvenate the red leather interior. What I'm going to be using is a product called Leatherique. So it is a two-stage process. You use the rejuvenator oil and then use the pristine clean. We apply the oil. You can use your hands, you can use applicator pad, and what the oil is going to do is deeply conditions, softens, as well as take all the dirt from the pores, and then with the pristine clean we're gonna just wipe it off. One thing to consider is after you apply the oil, I believe it was 24 hours that you have to wait, and then you can wipe it off to have the best effect. Now, I have used that product on all of my cars that have red leather interior, and I have been extremely happy. Make sure you have vacuumed the seats. There is no dirt and big debris on the seats before you apply the oil. I'm gonna put a little bit on the fingertips, and then you just massage it. Some places you can hear it's really dry, so these ones they need extra oil so you can moisture the leather. You hear how it sounds here, where the leather is much softer, and then here. So yeah, we don't need that dry part. It definitely needs some oil, definitely needs some rejuvenating. Quick update, guys. So when you're doing that, in places the leather may get dry, so it's not a problem. You can put a little bit more of the oil. And also now you can see the difference. That's that seat over there, the passenger seat. I haven't applied the oil. You can see it looks a bit more dull, and we're gonna apply the oil there. But before you do that, make sure you don't block your access to the leather on the gear shift and on the handbrakes. Yeah, and also don't forget to do your steering wheel. So where you tend to hold the steering wheel the most, that oil is what is gonna lift the dirt up, and then you're gonna clean it with a pristine clean. I have finished with all the seats, the dash and the door panels, and what I did is put the cover so there is no direct sunlight going into the car, and also to keep the temperature a little bit lower inside the car. It is the following day. As I explained earlier, I've put the cover just so the sun doesn't directly hit the seats. Okay, that's right. Let's see. Yeah, that paint definitely needs taking care of. You can see all the swirl marks and the little scratches. Definitely that is going to be my next job. Let's see what have we got here. Okay, the seats look pretty shiny. Now we're looking, for example, here, that part you can see it's a little bit drier. We're gonna apply a little bit more of the Leatherique. Here, this is completely dry. Here, this is dry. Here we have dry spots. What we're gonna do now is just redo all these dry spots here. Redo all these dry spots so the leather is well conditioned. I have now applied another layer of the rejuvenator oil, and I'm gonna leave the car for another 24 hours before I get to clean it with the pristine clean Leatherique product. Spray the seat with the pristine clean. You're gonna wipe it with a warm damp cloth. So you're gonna make sure there is no oil left on the seat. If you want, you can use a bucket and wash your cloth and go again, or just go rinse it under a running water. Just make sure you're using warm water, as it's gonna make the job easier. And here is the end result. The leather looks just stunning. You cannot say that this is 18-year-old car. I've cleaned the steering wheel. It's nice and matte. There is no shiny spots. There is no signs of body oils or anything dirty. The Leatherique product did an amazing job. You can see the door cards, the side bolsters, which normally tend to wear out the most. It's just amazing. So what I did is I applied the Leatherique oil. After 24 hours I checked it and reapplied again some of the oil. After 36 hours, as you saw me now, I applied the Pristine Clean product and I wiped it off with a warm damp cloth.